again. Foster Pavilion in Waco, Texas, welcoming Texas Tech for the first time ever. The Baylor Bears, on the other hand, fresh off back-to-back wins, and that's it, coach, and a Baylor alum. Tip won by Baylor, but right to Williams for Texas Tech, and that's a turnover. Here we go. Bears the other way. Numbers, and none with the lay-in. Big chance for Jennings to step up, but Texas Tech really does not have size behind him. That's a nice shot. Joe Toussaint has struggled to score the last couple games. That's a nice feed to Jennings and rejected by Macy.
Pop Isaacs, a little more size, a little more length. And then this is where, I mean, first of all, Macy's an outstanding shot.
Bridges working with Macy. Nice pass, and he lays it in. Foul trouble haunted Texas Tech against Cincinnati in their first home loss of the season. None floating. Foul against Jaden. The top 25 matchup in the Big 12. Texas Tech taking on Baylor. Two teams at UCF and here against Iowa State on Saturday. Alongside Chris Spatola, I'm Chuck Lear. Warren Washington out with an illness tonight for Texas Tech. That is notable. Does it change anything about the way Baylor will want to attack?
No, it certainly changes a lot for Texas Tech, Chucky. I mean, he's their second leading scorer in conference play. He's their leading. That offensive glass is going to be a real storyline in this game. I mean, Baylor is so good at attacking it, particularly from the perimeter. 12 offensive rebounds a game, and the defensive glass has been a real problem for Texas Tech.
None with a strong offensive rebound. Dennis. Pop Isaacs, nice handoff. Foul, Darian Williams, 2 free throws when we...
While it might have been a little bit outside the box, was certainly not winningest program. They in Kansas are the 2 winningest programs in college basketball, those 3 officials.
Drew ended up finishing the game watching from the locker room with Baylor's athletic director, Mack Rhodes. Dennis hits the triple. Much more comfortable on the sideline, though. No one was happier for his guys, though. John Jacobs, Alvin Brooks, Jared Nunes, who had to step up, than Scott Drew was. Texas Tech looking for a response. Nice bucket there from Toussaint.
And they can get it going. Both of them, they play with force, they play with an ego, and they can score when they've got it going.
A skip pass, Bridges hits it.
52% from 3 in their last 4 games is shooting the ball really, really well.
A.J. Dennis leads the conference with 6.5 assists per game in league play. Walton looking for an answer. He can really fill it up from 3 as well. Kerwin Walton's 2nd season after transferring from North Carolina. John Wuna inside, left hand, nice finish over Jennings.
There's that size differential. I mean, they just, without Warren Washington, those 2 bigs for Baylor are going to tower over Jennings. Only about 6'8", and what deep position he had.
Contact, and hits it. Joe Toussaint with
such an ego.
2 teams at 5 and 3 in the Big 12 in what seems to be a wide open conference race. Turnover, here comes Isaacs. Stop, pop. Hits. It's January 1st, and he's essentially playing the 5. Seven to shoot. Love. Nice scoop layup. Just talking about the outstanding coach, but talked about Drew as a person. 2 to shoot. Walter in trouble. Great pass out. None. No good. Offensive rebound. Another one for Lohner. Toussaint back out there for Texas Tech. 6 points into Williams. Nice feed. Strong take right at the shot blocker, Macy.
They've got
Baylor shooting just 36% from the field. None. This is that one. Nice rebound by Walton. Williams driving at Misi. He's fouled.
Arian Washington, he's an athletic rebounder. He's kind of been that mismatch at the 4 for Grant McKenna.
8:20 to play in the first half. Top 25 matchup. Chance to stay right at the top of the Big 12 standings.
You know, it's interesting. Would hope. They've played a lot of zone. We were talking to guards from Baylor.
Instead of that physicality, a work in progress right now. One thing with the Cincinnati loss, he kind of said, we just moved on, threw it out. That's a tough shot from Toussaint.
I do not see that. I see every game preparing you and a team being better, win or lose, from playing in games like these teams are playing in this conference.
Nice pass inside to Williams. Texas Tech certainly dealing with Tech, getting some valuable minutes for other guys. I'm not sure that was in the plans a few days ago. Trying to make the most of this situation. Dennis gets the bucket. Tough floater.
Well, I think they have to do. I think they've got to press the issue. Put the pressure on Texas Tech to have to guard off the bounce. Thought early Baylor was settling for too many threes. And here's that zone.
Red Raiders 3 of their last 3 from the field. Inside Williams again. Great passer. Long 3 misses. Misi snuck through. Now Dennis alone. He misses the triple. 2 for 12 so far from 3. Open for Walton. Baylor got away with one there.
Yeah, you're lucky because Jaden Nunn just left him. And that is the danger of playing zone against Texas Tech. They've got 3 guys who are 40% plus from three-point range.
Lindsay called for the foul against Nunn. Well, here's Saturday's featured matchups exclusively on Big 12 Now on ESPN+. UCF taking on Texas Tech at 4 Eastern. And Bedlam, Oklahoma State at 7 Eastern. Sign up today at espnplus.com/Big12Now. Sooners have lost 3 of 4 entering tonight's game against BYU in Norman. Tyron Lindsay now 2 fouls. Excuse me, 3
free throws in that loss to Kansas State. State, Kevin McCullough misses the front end of a 1-and-1.
Toussaint was open, didn't like it. Another nice pass to Williams. Open 3, good. Chance McMillan.
They have 3 guys, Isaacs, McMillan, and Walton, who all shoot north of 40% from 3.
Misi went up with 2 hands. Jennings called for the foul. That's his 3rd.
Game without Warren Washington, you probably have to concede.
Multiple guys on the bench. Size an issue. Pop Isaacs, though, still going to work, gets the roll. Misi trying to call for it against Yalaho. Dennis driving, lobbing it up top, laying no good. Whistle against the Red Raiders on the rebound.
Talking to John Jacobs, the great assistant for Scott Drew yesterday, good stuff. And so you take away a lot of that, and most
an issue. Last 4 opponents against Baylor have shot 45% from 3 combined. Toussaint again to the rack, but it's blocked, and then a foul.
You have to be able to guard the ball.
Nice bounce pass. Yalaho kicks it out. Toussaint, he's hit a couple tough ones, spins away from Dennis, somehow to Yalaho. And a whistle.
Step slow. Yeah, I also think missing shots, you know, this isn't
Bridges. Scoring drought approaching 3 minutes. Langston Love, skip, Walter, got it!
It's hard to play in this league as a freshman, especially when you have a reputation as a shooter. Teams have adjusted, and it's taken its toll.
Just looked a little bit easy there for Darian Williams. In college basketball, 2 freshman starters. Bridges, left hand, nice finish. Veteran Trent. Yalaho giving Texas Tech great minutes here in this first half. Isaacs, turnover. Dennis running, Toussaint gets in the way, and it's a blocking foul against Toussaint. Don't forget the end. Kansas. Taking their time, 12 to shoot for Pop Isaacs. Back to Yalaho for 3. That's no good. Here comes Langston Love. Baylor can take the lead going to the break. Texas Tech has held this building in check the entire first half. 3 seconds, Macy! The two-hand flush, and Baylor leads.
And a really good find. Ray J. Dennis leading the Big 12 in assists in conference play. Just comes off to his left.
Baylor so far. It's the second lowest halftime field goal percentage for Baylor in Big 12 play. Poked away by Dennis, and here come the Bears. Back for Dennis, attacking and finishing. It's right out of the gates on some tough mid-range shots. What do they have here? Walton, 3 to shoot. Spinning, tough shot, hits it.
Yeah, I mean, especially after Jennings just missed a wide open layup on the last possession. Toussaint's got to be aggressive there.
Toussaint playing in his 154th career game. Macy was fouled. 2 free throws. Macy hits the first.
I have a B+. I don't know how we came up with a B-. Washington in particular does a lot of facilitating of their offense. They're 5 out, up at the top of the key. And
Bob Huggins last year, and now in Lubbock, and what a valuable.
Who has always thought he was good, but there's a
Toussaint, Isaacs, a couple of these other guys really just love it. Texas Tech trying to tie or take the lead. Isaacs, tough floater.
He's really good.
He's got 7 tonight, back-to-back 20-point performances for Isaacs coming into this one. Long skip pass, none, penetrates. Dennis hits it. Eight to shoot for Isaacs. Deep 3, almost blocked, and he silences the crowd. Nope. All tied up at 43. Macy driving right around Lindsay. Jennings to recover and get the steal. 5 minutes played in the second half. Pop Isaacs at Macy. Handoff to Jennings. Great feed.
Tonight, those 2 guards, Isaacs and Toussaint.
Langston Love being guarded by Toussaint. Dennis, 7 to shoot up for Macy. Oh my goodness! Nunn now had it stripped momentarily. I don't think McMillan knew it. Langston Love, who's been quiet tonight. There's a putback from Bridges.
Become one of the toughest things to guard in the Big 12. The fresh last night, Bramlage was on fire.
Texas Tech down 4, about 6.5 in here, Chris. It feels like a dangerous time for the Red Raiders, and Kerwin Walton, they needed that. Big out of the timeout. It's a good time. Uchan Wuna is the big right now, guarding Jennings underneath. Toussaint steps back. McMillan bumped up, gets it to go.
Tough drive. They need to get him going. How about that one?
8 turnovers apiece. Dennis getting downhill. He is fouled.
7 minutes a game. It's tops in the league in conference. He's just done a lot for them offensively, and he's playing a ton of minutes.
They were looking to build the lead. Walter lost the handle for a moment. A little confusion on that wing there, and then Williams commits the foul. Love made her way to the free throw line. Love misses both.
Here, to be honest with you, Chucky, you know, again, they're limited in what they can run with Lindsey at the 5 right now.
Lindsey's trying to get position on Walter. Now he does, and Lindsey open for a 2-hand flush.
And he's just kind of running.
And 8 points of the season. Dennis working with Misi. Nice pass out for Nunn. Connects.
They are so good at that, especially Dennis.
Initially started his drive. 4 turnovers in the last 2.5 minutes for Texas Tech. Misi on the dribble. Ooh, baby!
The ball out of Isaac's hands.
Skipped over to Nunn. Nunn working with Misi again. Gets it to go. Baylor doesn't. He's been good out of timeouts. Got a great look there for McMillan. Nunn just carving inside and an easy layup.
Put their head down and force the issue in the paint.
3.5 minute scoring drought. Turnover and a foul against Toussaint. 22 years as being head coach against Iowa State on Saturday when Drew was tossed. It's short, Misi rebounds, and it continues. It's an 11-0 run, and Baylor is trying to close this thing out early. Size advantage for Misi. Stripped away, but right to Walter.
It's been a slow bleed here over the last few minutes for Texas Tech.
Do the Red Raiders have an answer now out of the timeout? 3 on the way. Had to have it. Darian Williams.
And there's just not much going on. You know, again, you hit that 3, but it's everybody standing around watching the guy who's dribbling. You make one pass, and you get a kind of a Hail Mary from Darian Williams.
And is spinning around Toussaint. What a move! 17 points, 4 assists for Dennis. Pop Isaacs draws contact. 2 free throws coming.
You know, like he got fouled. And Baylor's done a nice job.
Kind of the wrong foot layup that he hits, but he does so much of that. So crafty. Each with 17. Toussaint. It's Misi in the air for a minute and finishes over the top.
It was a really good shot. Too small to Misi, by the way. Really good shot fake by Toussaint. I think we've jumped the shark on the too small, by the way.
I was just going to say the same. Like, we hear that all the time. If you score on anybody. I mean, Love 0 for 2 at the line tonight. It's the first. Scott Drew. Baylor looking to capture the longest active win streak in the Big 12 at 3. Langston Love, easy take. Tough shot, no good. Dennis has it. Inside, and O'Jonwin lays it up and in. That was way too easy. Home on Saturday to face UCF. Still 3:20 to play here. Grant McCasland out of timeouts, down 15. What's it got to be?
Well, I mean, it's got to be. They've gotten good looks out of timeouts, but they need a bucket here, obviously.
Williams stepped on the line. Bodies on Pop Isaacs this weekend as well. He still had over 20 points, but not overly efficient. Walter rims off. McMillan trailing, need it. That rattles home, and it's down to 9. Dennis happy to take his time. Bumped by Toussaint, bumped again. And they do get Joe Toussaint
with his back to the basket.
Dennis hits the first 11-point game. Baylor has won 8 of the last 11 meetings with Texas Tech. They swept the season series last year. McMillan for 3. Hit it.
Wide.
Rims off. Williams working on Walter. Toussaint at Love, and he's fouled. Langston. Toussaint gets the roll. Toussaint trying to make it a 2-score game and does.
Fouling Jaden Nunn. I'm fine with fouling, obviously, Misi.
Instead, it's Jacoby Walter.
It was over.
8. Walter makes it. Texas Tech down 8 with the ball. Got to score quick. Toussaint inside. Contact and the bucket. Toussaint cuts it to. Trying to trap Dennis. Over to Walter, long pass to Ray J. Dennis. They break the pressure, and now you got a foul.
Yeah, I mean, see, the last one I thought you could play out, or at least
69%. That's the first. Can't do it. Toussaint goes bowling through Nunn, and that is an offensive foul. Nunn almost lost it for a moment. Now to Walter, and they foul.
Well, I think when you lose 3, this team was feeling good about itself. I mean, they're in first place in this league at 5-1, and I think that's the first thing when you're Grant McCasland is a check on attitude and morale. And look, they're not a full.
Inbound to Walter. Texas Tech trapping. They almost got a turnover there, and then Ray J. Dennis fouled with 20 points to lead the way for Baylor. Make it, missed that one. Gets the second. It's just a formality as Baylor will outlast Texas Tech. McMillan fires a mid-range shot. It's good with 8 seconds left. Inbound to Nunn. And the Red Raiders won't foul again. The top 25 matchup in Waco belongs to Scott Drew and the Baylor Bears. 79-73. Baylor takes down Texas Tech. They improved to 6-3 in the Big 12. It's a date with Kansas on Saturday.